Hello, I am Doogle, a guitar teacher, and if you are a student or a parent of a student and thinking of moving your lessons to online using Zoom, this video will help you get started and select the correct settings so you and your teacher can hear each other the best possible way. So first off, we're going to download Zoom. So we're going to click on Safari or whatever internet web browser you're using, and we're just going to click on download Zoom. There we go, it's download center of Zoom, and here you go. You click the download settings, or if you're using the latest Mac, you can click on here. It's got, and then you just follow the information, and then you'll be able to click on that and download it. Okay, so once that is done, you then go up to the top and you see where it says Zoom. You click down up here and you go down to where it says check for updates. Okay, so I need to update mine. It's very important, make sure everything's up to date. Okay, so once you finish installing all the updates, we're going to go at the bottom and click on the Zoom icon again, which will bring us back to the home screen. I'm going to go to the right side, this little cogwheel, I'm going to click on settings. Okay, then we're going to go down to where it says audio. I'm going to click on the audio, and we're just going to set this up like we're running straight through the laptop or computer. So no external microphone or headphones or anything like that. We're just going to run straight through the laptop. Okay, so as we scroll down, automatically adjust microphone volume. So we're going to make sure that is unticked. Okay, because what I've noticed, if it's ticked, your vocal will be at one volume, and as you start to play your instrument, it may drop the volume of your instrument, which makes it quite tricky for your teacher to hear what you're playing. So we're just going to make sure that's unticked and turn it up as loud as it can go without it going into the red. Okay, so that's fine, full volume, you can hear everything just as clear as you possibly can. Then we go to suppress background noise. Now Zoom was originally designed for business meetings, and it got very good at cancelling out background noise. What this means for your guitar or instrument is it will think that it's background noise and lower the level of your guitar or other musical instrument. So you must make sure this is on low, because you don't want your guitar lower volume than your voice. Okay, and then we get to music and professional audio. So here it says show in meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. This option automatically disables Zoom noise suppression, removes high pass filtering, and removes automatic gain control. So it's pretty much the same as before. You've got to make sure it's ticked, and it will come up in the meeting itself, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Otherwise it will think your guitar is background noise and lower the level of your guitar or your musical instrument. Okay, and then we get to these three settings. High music mode, optimize Zoom audio for highest quality music. It can increase CPU and consume greater network bandwidth. So if you haven't got fast internet speeds or you're not using an Ethernet cable, probably best to keep this unticked. You want the lesson to run as smooth as possible without it freezing because of low internet speeds. But if you've got high speed internet or you're using a cable, then by all means click on that, it'd be good. Echo cancellation, that's only if you're using microphones and headphones, so don't worry about that. And stereo audio, don't need to worry about that, mono is fine. Okay, you click in advance, and echo cancellation is just on automatic. Okay, so once you've got your audio settings sorted, you can click on your video, and all you need to do there is just make sure that HD is on. You just get the better video quality you possibly can off your laptop. Okay, so for the best results for online lessons, instead of using the Wi-Fi, it'd be better to use an Ethernet cable plugged into your computer going directly into your router. This will stop any interference and make the lesson run as smooth as possible. Then once you've done that, make sure the Wi-Fi is turned off. Okay, so you want the Wi-Fi off, otherwise it will still be using the Wi-Fi and not the cable itself. Okay, so you've got all the settings done for your audio. Now we're going to click on the icon again. We're going to go out of here and we're going to start a meeting. So imagine we've started our lesson, and up here, look, turn on original sound. Now what this means, what you have to do every single lesson, you have to click on this so it says turn off original sound. Okay, that enables all the settings that you've just clicked on to work. If it says on, it's not on, it's off. So it's a bit strange that way. You have to make sure that this says turn off original sound. That's the setting you want. Okay. If for some reason you want to change your settings, you've got your microphone here, the little up arrow, and audio settings again. And you can quickly go down and check all the settings are how you want them to be. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about camera placement and lighting. So as you can see, I'm quite nicely lit. I got the main light on and I've got a lamp behind the camera, so all the light is beaming onto me and you can see me nice and clearly, which is ideal. What you don't want is, if it's a nice sunny day, is to have the camera facing the window like that and the sun beaming onto the camera, because you're going to be very dark and the teacher's going to struggle to see what you're doing. Also, you can see me okay, but you can't actually see my instrument. A lot of people might put the iPad on a stand and just leave it on an angle, sometimes like that. So you want to make sure the camera is in a nice place where it's a bit further back, and bring the camera down, and ideally you want the whole instrument in focus. So if you've got a bigger instrument, you might need to be a little bit further back, like a double bass for example, but you want to be able to see your teacher's going to want to be able to see both hands, so you can see your picking technique and your fretting technique. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, so here's a quick picture of me behind the window with the light coming in onto the camera, and pretty dark. It's not very clear, and you definitely don't want the light to be behind you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the lessons themselves. Your teachers are going to be able to share music with you. Okay, so they just do that. That will be on the screen. They can send them as a PDF, send out MP3s. They can do all the things you can do face to face. The only thing you can't do is play music together because of the latency. It just won't happen. So a way around this, instead of playing music on your laptop and playing along with that, all your teacher's going to hear is the music that's coming from the laptop, not the student themselves. So you would need to make it better is a phone or another tablet and play music through here like that. Okay, so the student be able to play along with this music, okay, and the teacher's going to be able to hear them really nice and clear. Just like a metronome here, have a metronome, and if you're playing scales or if you need to slow something down, play it along with a metronome. If you don't have one of those, there's plenty of apps. That's why a phone's a good idea, and it's the same thing. Okay, so being able to play along to that, you can slow it down. Okay, so that's very, very useful in lessons, is having another device to play some music. You can use a CD player, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now we're going to look into using Zoom on your phone or your iPad or tablet. Okay, so we're going to just click on the app. We're going to go into settings, and then we're going to click onto meetings. Okay, and then we're going to scroll down until we see use original sound. Okay, just like we did on the laptop, got to make sure that's turned on every lesson. Otherwise, those sound settings aren't going to work, and your teacher's going to find it very difficult to hear what it is you're playing. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about internet speeds. If you go on speedtest.net using any web browser and then click go, this will test the results of your internet speeds. This is my result using the Wi-Fi, and here is my result using the Ethernet cable into the router. You can clearly see that using a cable gives you better results. Now, if you can't use a cable for whatever reason and your lessons keep freezing, you can try a couple of things which may help. You could be in the same room as where your Wi-Fi router is. This is so Wi-Fi doesn't have to travel through the walls. Another way, which is probably the best result, is to not have other members of the household use too much Wi-Fi, such as another person on another Zoom meeting, online gaming, streaming, films and TV, etc. This will help the lesson run with as little freezing and as clear a sound as possible. Okay, so that covers the basics of using Zoom online. If you're new to having your lessons on Zoom, I hope this is helpful for you, or if you've been using Zoom for a while and you've learned something, then great. If there's anything you're still unsure about, just give me a message and I'll do my best to help you. Keep learning. Hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, all the best.